Hello everyone, today we have a special video with a guest, Ubelster, great player, top 8 at 2 tournaments and went second twice on the same day with the Rakdos standard list, and so we invited him here to this video, and hopefully you're gonna enjoy the content. It is an absolute blast to play this deck and I'm sure you're gonna like it, so hang on and watch the video. Have fun. Welcome everyone to another video here. Today we have a special guest. We have Florian Klein, aka Ubelster. He's a member of Carnage Gaming and he had an insane weekend. He went twice second place with Rakdos Sacrfice deck in standard, and this is a deck you do not see that often. It's kind of new, I would say. And yeah, how are you, Flo?
Yeah, hi, I'm Flo, and I'm fine. I got 2 times second. It's sad and amazing at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, 2 times silver is still fine, right? Silver is still worth a lot, and congratulations from me. Really well done. You played in the Channel Fireball Showdown and in the other one. What was the other one
Keep
again?
7.
Okay.
Keep 7.
Keep
It was
7.
a German community tournament.
Yeah, I mean, really cool. And yeah, I think let's talk about the deck. And my first question obviously is, why did you choose this deck?
I'm a little bit committed to play fringe decks, mostly sacrifice decks, draining the opponent, doing the math better than the opponent, and yeah, this is my style of play most of the time.
Okay, so you went. That is always a really good choice for decks at a tournament. When you go a deck that is like your pet deck, or you feel you can always compete with this. And yeah, there's some new cards from Strixhaven, and I think we should go over them. And there's obviously one everyone hasn't seen yet play, I would say, and that is Extus Auric Overload. So what can you say about this card?
First of all, you have to try it on your own, because when I tell you this is great, you look at the casting cost and think, oh, it's expensive. But if you first claimed the opponent's creature and then sack one of your little things and their creature and make a token, they have to sack a creature, and then you get in 6 damage, or you have the Bastion out and drain also. It's feeling great. So mostly you cast it for 2 or 4 mana.
Yeah, so we have the Awaken the Blood avatar side, which is an 8 mana spell, but as you mentioned, the spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature we sacrifice to this card, and it's a really cool effect. So each opponent has to sacrifice a creature as well. Create a 3/6 black and red avatar creature token with haste, and the cool part about it is whenever this creature attacks, it deals 3 damage to each opponent, which is really powerful. It doesn't have to connect. It's just an attack 3 damage is powerful. And you have the Extus side, which is a 4 mana 2/4 of double strike. The Magecraft ability is kind of okay in the deck. There's a lot of cards you can get back, right? But other than that, it's a good blocker.
Yeah, sure. It's against aggressive decks as mono red or something. You may play the Extus side, or in the late game, if you want to chain your small creatures back, you can play the Extus side. But most of the time, you awake the blood avatar.
Yep. So we have also other cards from the new set, and one of them has the learn mechanic in it. So we have Eyetwitch, 1 black 1/1 flying, and when Eyetwitch dies, it learns. What do you think about the learn mechanic in general, and how does the learn affect this deck?
I think it's a kind of card advantage. So the Eyetwitch can ping for 1 or 2 damage. You can sack it later with the Bastion and draw cards with Village Rites or something, and you even get a new spell, and you get the spell you need sometimes. Yeah. So if you look at the sideboard, you can see some spells I chose for the tournament. Maybe the mascot exhibition was a little bit of a fun thing, but yeah, I mean, you know which lessons are in the new set, so feel free to add something you want.
Yeah, the lesson learned mechanic is really interesting. I think this is one of the first deck where I think, maybe besides Winota, where I think this mechanic actually can shine in a standard deck. So it's really cool to see it here. And we go in depth in the lesson when we check the sideboard. But yeah, really cool new card. And then we have even more new Strixhaven card. This is the deck with the most new Strixhaven card I saw in a while. We have Hunt for the Specimens, a 2-mana sorcery speed card. Create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life. And again, here we have a Learn. So this is a way to make a token and again get card advantage.
Yeah. These are the 3 more Eyetwitch in this deck. So I would prefer to play 7 or 8 Eyetwitch, but
I see. Yeah.
I can only play 4, so I chose Hunt for Specimen, and it's working fine.
And then there's one card that I think is probably one of the biggest sleepers from the new set, and this is Plumb the Forbidden. This card is absolutely crazy. First of all, it's an instant, which is incredibly strong in a deck like this. It's a 2-mana instant that says, as an additional cost to cast this spell, you may sacrifice 1 or more creatures. When you do, copy this spell for each creature sacrificed. This way, you draw a card and lose a life. But the cool part is, you can use this to protect your board against board wipes, basically, and draw just off a board wipe. You can use this to finish the opponent with your Bastion on other card, and you refill your hand. Is this basically one of the core cards in this deck, right?
Yes, it's the best card in the deck. You want to have mana open if the opponent is at the stage when they can wipe the board and something. It's even better with the new Witch and with Magecraft, but I can't find room for these cards. Maybe I will find it in the future. So Plumb the Forbidden has the potential to do many new decks.
I did play against the Rakdos list like this with Plumb and the Witch, but I think it's hard to fit this card in. I mean, what do you take out, right? So maybe when you know the meta better. Yeah. Maybe when there's the meta even more established, you can fine-tune the deck even better, right? But it's still hard to do it. But yeah, so those are the new cards. But then there's still a card we have to talk about, which is basically your Mayhem Devil in this deck. And this is Bastion of Remembrance, 3-mana enchantment. When Bastion of Remembrance enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. But the important part here is, whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So this is basically your Mayhem Devil, right?
Yeah, it's mostly winning games with draining. I think it costs a little bit too much with 3 mana, but it's important for the deck, and so you take this sacrifice.
Yeah, it's always when you play a card on curve on 3 and you go pass, and oh well, that could be a binding or something, right? It's a bit awkward, but I mean, you can still play this one later, and it's definitely impactful, especially if you have 2 on the board. How do you block against this? It's really, really tricky. My brain was calculating when I played against it, I can attack there, but then they block there, they get 2, this happens. It's basically a math test, this deck. Which is a math exam each game is really cool. And yeah, this is definitely a shiner here in this deck. And yeah, we also have different ways to sacrifice the creatures besides Plumb, and one of those is Woe Strider, 3 mana, 3/2. When it ends the battlefield, you get a 0/1 goat. We can sacrifice another creature and scry 1, so we can just sacrifice the board if we need to and finish off with the Remembrance. And it has Escape, which is also really good against rogue matchups. So Woe Strider, I mean, I think we don't have to talk too much about this card. It's just a really good card.
Yeah, it's great.
It's just a powerful card. Then another card where we can sacrifice creatures is Immersturm Predator. 4 mana, 3/3 Vampire Dragon with flying. Whenever Immersturm Predator becomes tapped, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard and put the +1/+1 counter on this creature. And here, the sacrifice, we can sacrifice another creature, and Predator gains indestructible until the end of turn, but we have to tap it. Really cool card.
Yeah, especially with all the creatures you want to sack. So the Predator lives. No one plays ECD in this times, so it's the perfect card. They can't answer in most of the times.
Yeah, it's a really hard card to answer. It has 4 mana. You can protect it potentially from the Heartless Act as well. The only cards that technically can hit it is Extinction Event. Like, let's say Unprotected Predator is Extinction Event. But that's about it, right? What is there? Maybe the Skyclave Operation, but yeah, those 2 cards.
Yes. Yeah. The Apparition is the hardest thing for the Predator. Yeah.
And then there's another sacrifice way in the way of a land, Cthulhu's Fury. 3 mana instant spell as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Cthulhu's Fury deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. And it is a land as well. So this can also surprise finish the game, and yeah, really cool card.
Yeah, I yesterday finished a game where my opponent has some life linkers on the battlefield. I attacked with the avatar for the 3 damage, and the other 3 damage was with sacking this before they can block and gain some life. So
yeah, that is really nice. Yeah.
It's great in closing out games. Also, you can sack the Kroxa who's still dying. So
and then
damage phase is nice. Yeah.
As you said, we have Kroxa as well. Kroxa Titans of Death's Hunger, 2 mana, 6/6 Elder Giant. When Kroxa enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escapes. So this also triggers like Bastion, which is already nice by itself. And the opponent has to discard a card. If it is a land card, they lose 3 life. And yeah, an escape card as well here for 4 mana. We have the Exile 5. And this card again, strong against rogues, and yeah, just, I mean, it's the evil Uro, right? Uro is gone, but we still have Kroxa here in Standard, so it has to be just a good card, right? It has to be.
Yeah, it's against rogues, it's obvious that it's great, and against all the others, it's a great blocker. It has many ways to get out the graveyard early in this deck, so you always want to play it if you can.
Yeah. And it pairs up really well with the last card where you can sacrifice something, which is Village Rites. 1 mana instant. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. Amazing card, right? This is just... I mean, you kind of want some card draws here, and this card just fits perfectly in this deck. Especially with Kroxa with full control, you can just sacrifice it and draw 2 cards of it.
Yeah, this interaction is great, and also the second turn, claim the firstborn, Village Rites is
a classic,
obviously a good combination, and I love to play it on ladder ice.
Yeah, claim the firstborn, 1 red, we can gain control of target creature with mana value 3 or less until the end of turn. We untap it, it gains haste until the end of turn. So claim the firstborn, obviously with a deck with many sacrifice effects, seems to be really good. And yeah, Village Rites definitely also pairs well with the Eyetwitch here, where you can learn if you really need something. And yeah, I think it also works great with the Serrated Scorpion, which is the last card here in the main. 1 mana, 1/2. When Serrated Scorpion dies, it deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. Definitely works great here as well. And was this like your filler card, or why is there 2, or what was it?
Yeah, I have to figure out the right numbers. It's a living list. I just chose to play it on Saturday because I want to work on it. I don't expect it to get this much rounds. But the Scorpion is a great card on its own, especially in a sacrifice deck. For 1 mana, you can get so much. It's great. I love to sack the Scorpion since it comes out in Ikoria. I've played it in many tournaments, so in the times where people are playing Timur, I always played Rakdos against them, and the Scorpion, can make the difference if you sack it in the Priest or something. So it's great. I like it. Maybe it's my pet card. But
that's your pet card, huh? But what's interesting about the card, it's a 1/2, so it actually blocks Firmament Champion.
Yeah,
which is important.
That's one reason you want to play this on turn 1.
Yeah, I think to the lands, this just not too many options here. You want to have at least the Brightclimb Pathways to have access to white here, if you ever want to play this side, right? And the same goes for the Needleverge Pathway as well, if you really want to cast it. Besides that, you play the 4 Scrylands, you have some basics and 2 Fabled Passages here. Mana base looks really good. You don't want to have a Plains in general, that is for sure. But yeah, that's the main deck. Anything else you can add to the main deck that I forgot to cover?
I think this is all. We don't talk about the forbidden friendship, but it's
I just realized that.
Yeah,
it's forbidden to talk about this friendship.
It looks crazy, yeah.
I just realized that card is even here. Yeah, 2 mana, create a 1/1 red dinosaur and a 1/1 white human soldier. Again, just to have more Dorks tokens on the battlefield to sacrifice later on, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look at sideboard. There are many lessons. I would say we go to the non-lessons first, because those are more clear, I would say. So you have 2 duress, just assume against control matchups, you want to have a look. That's definitely the main goal. There's still Sultai Ultimatum around, and maybe also against rogues. Where do you bring in duress?
Yeah, you told it. So mostly against control lists. I just want to get rid of the first sweeper.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I hope to hit an ultimatum or something.
Yeah.
And I just want to play more duress in the future. I maybe have to cut a Crone War, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's a living list.
Yeah. Yeah, the meta changes so fast nowadays that you always can adapt your sideboard. So that is always something I say. Look at the meta, make a snapshot, and then adjust your list. Next card.
And you don't don't have this much slots in the sideboard. Because you want to learn. And so it's important to make the right choices, and you have to do it short time before the tournament and not a week before, because so much things are changing.
That's a really good point, yeah. The downside, technically, it is a downside. It is obviously also upside that you have access from your main to your sideboard, but you lose some sideboard slots. That's definitely a really interesting thing to consider using Learn. So it's always important, like, do I want to have a 2 of Learn of this one? Do I ever take 2? That's really interesting. That's a really interesting point. But let's have a look at the next card, which is Roiling Vortex, 2 mana enchantment. At the beginnings of each play's upkeep, Roiling Vortex deals 1 damage to them, and then whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast that spell, Roiling Vortex deals 5 damage to the player. And for 1 red, your opponent can't gain life this turn. I like this card. I think this card is great. It's definitely a card you want to see against Sultai Ultimatum due to the 5 damage clause, and I can also see this one in a deck that really has life gain. There are not that many right now around, but there are some, but not that many. Where do you usually board this in?
Yeah, it's against the ultimatum list. Sure. Against life gain, I don't know, because I drain so much.
Yeah.
That I don't think I want to change any other card out for it. But maybe you can use it. I didn't test it before. I played only against the ultimatum decks. Yeah,
there's not really a life gain meta deck right now around, so it's hard to say, right? It's more something you have to test out. And next card, we have 2 Crone War, 4 mana enchantment, Saga here. When it enters the battlefield, we gain control of target creature for as long as this card remains on the battlefield. On the second chapter, until your next turn, each creature opponent control have to attack if able. And on the third step, each tapped creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. This card I can assume you want to have against the creature-based decks. Taking something over later on, sacrificing it, and basically have a potential board wipe in it seems really good. I wonder, what is your thought on this card against ultimatum decks because of Gargaroths and stuff like that?
This is really depending on the list which your opponent is playing. So if I'm in the tournament, I can see the list and I see, okay, they play 3 Gargaroth and some other big stuff. I put it in. But when it's a control heavy list, I let it stay in the sideboard.
Yeah.
So you have to take a look, and on the ladder, you have to
feel it. You have to feel it. You have to feel it. But yeah, I mean, clearly against the creature decks, right? Really strong card that can swing the entire board. Then let's have a look at another claim here. I think this is just the same. You want to against the creature-based decks, against the aggro decks, just to get some value out there.
Yes.
Kroxa, guess we're gonna need. So Kroxa is a card that is definitely good against rogues. Any other places where you play this?
I put it only in against rogues.
Yeah, this is a really interesting card. Yeah, but right now I think rogues is definitely where you want to put it in. And yeah, I think we covered all the non-learn cards. So let's have a look at the learn cards. And I have to start with this one first. This is Mascot Exhibition, a 7-mana sorcery lesson. I love the artwork. The artwork is absolutely amazing. It's like you create a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying, a 3 and 2 red and white spirit creature token, and a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. It looks like some sort of an adventure sample thing here.
Yeah, I put it in because I think the card's cool and it's fun to cast, but I don't know if I want to play it in the next tournament. But you can have very long going matches where you can easily cast it. So
true.
Feel free to play it. It's cool having those tokens, but I don't think it's strong enough to use a sideboard slot in the future. So
did you ever cast this at a tournament and you were like, wow, I'm glad I have this card in the sideboard?
Yes, because it's the 2/1 flyer. Put the damage through. I need it.
Okay, I mean that's funny. That's funny. There is also the 3-mana lesson that gives a 2/1 Inkling as well, right? With flying. But
yeah, maybe you should play this.
just want to mention it for the people who don't know all the lesson cards yet. And yeah, let's have a look at the next one. Necrotic Fumes, really good card in this deck. 3-mana sorcery lesson. As an additional cost to cast a spell, exile a creature you control, which is no problem in this type of deck. And then we can exile target creature or planeswalker. This is big. This is a good card.
Yeah, it's great, and it's literally free. So you can always play it. And the only thing you have to think about is you exile your creature. So please don't exile your Kroxa.
Yeah, that's not something you want to do. And also Bastion does not trigger from it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just for the
yeah,
it's important. Like those die effects, just be careful. Don't calculate this in. It's still a math exam here. And we cannot...
You want to use a token for it, yeah.
Yeah, you want to use a token, exactly. And then another card, which is also really interesting, is Start From Scratch. 3-mana, sorcery lesson, choose 1. Start From Scratch deals 1 damage to any target. Okay. But I think you have it for this destroy target artifact in the sideboard. Am I right?
I've shot down 2 Brazen Borrowers by now. But most of the time I use the destroy artifact.
Yeah, I also wondered if you ever won a game where opponent had 1 life and you were like, wait a second, I have their card exact lethal, let's go.
Yeah.
That must feel really good.
If you can make this, it feels great, I think.
yeah, that's the goal of this deck. But yeah. You can actually choose how to win with this deck, I think. Do you ping them down to attack? There's definitely those scenarios where you have multiple lines to finish it off, and we know chat loves exactly.
Those are the best.
Yeah, those are the best. Then another one.
Your chat will tell you how to do this.
Exactly, yeah. The exact lethal. Which one is exact lethal? Everyone comes up with a different line. So the next card here is Pest Summoning. 3-mana, sorcery lesson. Create 2 1/1 black and green pest creature tokens with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Here another card that gives you tokens. I think this is one you take a lot. Same with Necrotic Fumes. That's why we see a 2 here.
It's the most picked card.
Yeah.
So maybe I play 3 in the next time. It's really great putting more tokens on the battlefield, and also I just have to tell you, your opponents are doing most of the time the wrong math with forgetting that your pests are gaining life for you.
Yeah, that is also true. Yeah, you're also getting a life share. Yeah, I think it's a really good lesson here. I mean, especially in this deck, right? It's just amazing with the Bastion itself. And the last lesson here is a really interesting one. 4 mana, sorcery lesson. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards. Then if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. So this gives you tokens and has the potential to give you a new hand if you flood.
Yeah, it's if you play sacrifice decks a lot, you know that you always flood, because it's normal for the game. You are playing these cheap cards and you are drawing, and yeah, you can't play them more than 1 land a turn, and so most of the time you have later in the game 3 or 4 lands on your hand, and you're happy to cast it.
Yeah, you don't need that many. At one point, this deck does not double spell, really, right? So you can just keep some lands on your hand if you know you're gonna use the history at one point. And yeah, this was the sideboard. So
7 lands is 7 lands you need on the battlefield, and after that,
yeah,
it's okay.
This is the sideboard. As we mentioned, Necrotic Fumes and Pest Summoning, probably the most used lessons here. And 7 cards to hit it. Yeah, I really like it, and I can't wait to play the games, and I would say we just jump right into it.
Yeah, I like the math behind it most of the time. So your opponent does not know what's happening most of the time, and that's fun for me.
I see, yeah. Let's have a look. David Enk, so opponent here. Did drop a lot of ranks this morning from 100 to 700 something, which is a bit of a yikes, but well, still okay.
Yeah, but I've seen you've not played my deck, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's true. I get the rank back now, huh? Okay, so this is the hand. What do you think?
Great. I would play this hand all the time.
I would play this hand too.
Play turn 1 Eyetwitch and give it a go.
Yep. I would also play this, especially on the draw, right, where it feels always okay to have a 2-land on the draw. Okay, here we go, and we know what it is. Okay, so usually, this is an interesting question here. So you said you're going to play Extus in this matchup, usually as a creature. So if you want to have access to this card at all, we kind of need this white here, right? So would you lead up with this one on
I'm not sure, because you have the claim, and you have 2 Eyetwitch, so it's possible to play the avatar early. So I would choose the black side and play the Eyetwitch.
I mean, the black side of which land is the question?
The black side of the white one.
Okay, yeah. That makes okay. That's a good explanation here, and yeah, Eyetwitch here. Block opponents like, what's going on? Don't Roberto me. That's the only thing I don't want in my videos, because it always happens when I do a video. They're like, oh, okay, clearly correct decision. Since the opponent is really slow on this one, do you go double Eyetwitch, lead with a passage here, or are we going with Kroxa?
No, double Eyetwitch with passage is great. So you can next turn play Avatar, if I do it right, yes.
So I think we can attack with 1 here, since we have 1 back holding. And they didn't show sign of a Roberto. Seems like an attack to me.
I don't think you want to block in your in the next turn, so you can attack.
Yep. So you definitely do not want to have both gone here for sure. This is funny. This is actually funny. This is crazy if I think about it. This is actually crazy. How strong the avatar can be and how fast you can actually use it is incredible. Especially if they come with an annex. Okay. An annex here would have been really funny.
So now you're going nuts. Just fetch red and give it.
Yeah. Keep him, huh? Let's go.
Yeah. You have to take a charger, so you can ping one creature and they have to sack one creature.
Yep. This is gonna be crazy. Okay, so.
And then you can learn a lot.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
1. I never played this card, so I just want to make sure I make it right here. Wow. So we're gonna kill the charger, I guess. No, we're gonna kill Magda, so it doesn't even matter.
They are both dying.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter, right? So actually we can shoot face here.
No, not face. Then one of them
Oh, they only have to sacrifice one. Yeah, that's true.
Sorry.
Yeah, that is actually true. It's not per sacrifice card. Okay, I think pest summoning, right? And another pest summoning? Or maybe a removal spell.
I think pest summoning is okay.
This one works against annex though, right? I have to be fast.
Yeah, you can.
I'll just click.
Return, time to scoop opponent.
The card looks really cool. That turn is such a blowout. It's incredible, man. Wow. That's a wow.
Opponent is reading.
Yeah, opponent is reading new cards. This is triple Strixhaven here. That's probably a really new experience for opponent as well here. And if a 6 toughness against red is... have fun. And it fills the graveyard also so well for Kroxa. This was a huge blowout. Okay, so sideboard wise, probably the Crown Wars and the extra claim. And what do you not like in this matchup in general?
I would brought out the Forbidden Friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Because they trade not well.
Yeah.
And most of the time I took out one Kroxa, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would have done the same. Yeah, exactly.
It's only what I'm doing. So
yeah, I would have done the exact same. So I was just wanted to see if I get the feeling for it already.
Kroxa is great against red if you can get it back, but
that's
you want
it.
to play your cheap
Yep.
cards most of the time.
And on the draw, it's a bit harder to get Kroxa back. On curve, it's turn 4, and on turn 4, they're gonna hit you big. If they have to cleave, they don't care about the 6/6.
Yes, and you have to play it
Yep.
before you can get it out of the graveyard.
Exactly. So you lose a lot of defensive board building. Yeah, I mean, what do you think of this avatar? It looks kind of cool, though. I need to get a new avatar myself.
I've taken the Witherbloom avatar because I like all the things it's doing. I mean,
Yeah.
you see, this
Yeah,
is a
I
Rakdos
just-
list, but it does Witherbloom things.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, opponent is definitely... That was a really fast one. What a blowout. What a blowout. That line was just, 8 mana card. Played turn 3. Hello. That's a keep.
Looks good.
We have the 1, we have the Sacrfice, we have the Bastion, which is definitely nice against red. I think we need to claim and we're good to go.
Yeah. The only thing that could be tough is earlier Embercleave.
Yeah.
You have answers in your wish board, but
Yeah.
a little bit slow sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, here you can technically just jump block one of their charges there again, right? This one to get it out.
Yeah.
If you really need it. And an Eyetwitcher again. The card looks crazy. My favorite card of the game. Okay, so here, do you block it?
Time to trade.
Time to trade. Getting this summoning, I guess.
Yes.
It's a bit of a tricky situation with our mana base. It's the only thing we could consider. But then again, it's the best card to take, right?
Yeah.
Just know how to draw. That's also important.
Yeah, I think I could make a little bit better mana base with more black, but I had no time since the tournament to do math or something.
They took a claim. Cute.
Yeah, always.
That is how Roberto feels for me. So now you feel it as well. This is why I hate this card. And now everyone, this is literally what happens every time to me. Like, I say the card I want, and then they draw it. And I cannot change it.
So now you have a decision. You can draw a card with Plumb end of the turn.
Oh, yeah, I could have done that. But isn't it kind of with double Bastion?
You had the Village Rites. I said in the last end of turn. Now you want to play Bastion.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, in the last end of turn, I kind of wanted to keep it, but I could have been wrong there. This is me Gandalfing and wanted to keep this one.
Yeah, you want the feeling to.
Yeah, I want the feeling.
10 creatures with it and Bastions out.
It says
3 Bastions out.
Yeah, it says draw a card, right? And draw a card as a control player in my heart. Knowing that I can draw more cards is a thing, you know.
Okay, opponent found our dragon. Sad.
Obviously, double Bastion with Village Rites is decent.
You can play worse against Red.
You. Come on, Bone Crusher. I know you want to do a Bone Crusher opponent. You're that type of person. This Bastions now, and with the pest summoning, is gonna farm this, I guess.
Yeah, you need a third black source.
That'd be really nice, yeah.
Then we have fun.
Let's have a look. Not a Bone Crusher, but I mean, we take it. Taking damage here. Crone War.
Damn.
Yeah, this is how it feels for me. This is literally how it feels every time for me. It's so ridiculous.
So this is a time where you can consider play Extus.
Yep. Another Rimrock Knight, so they have one card left on the hand. It's an interesting one. Let's say they get another snow. That attack would be brutal.
If they get a land, they can also play a Crone War after combat. So
yeah, just for that reason, maybe pest summoning is better.
Yeah,
I think we go with this one. What do you think?
Yeah, play the summoning and the temple. So we can hope to block the knights.
How good is this here? It's not bad.
You have 3 black next turn, so you can cast this, and the next 2 turns, it's okay.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Okay, let's hope we dodge the good old Ember Cleavers. They wait a little bit long here, so that's a good sign usually. I never saw a mono red player slow playing a cleave. That's like, they don't even work. They don't even know how that works. So
maybe this player is trying to do the math with the bastions.
Yeah, that's actually true. You have to do the math here, right? It's so stupid. Oh man. Okay. Math acquired, gain 3. This is ridiculous. I love it. Oh, we just realized that this is gonna happen, huh?
Oh, yeah. Okay, this was dumb.
It was not the smartest way to do it. We gave them a playable.
Imagine opponent has learn cards.
If there's one learn card just for the imagine opponent is such a good Roberto player, they know exactly that they can use this. But yeah, I mean, just not much else to do here.
Yeah, there's the flood scenario I told. At least they can a Crown War after combat and you can sack it.
Yeah, exactly. And that is probably what they think of, right? So they have to attack with the rob. So the best case scenario is if they attack with robber, right? Just to get the sack in, and then... Okay, that's not so cool. Less cool card. But first strike is a thing. Okay, so... Roberto or Rimrock Knight?
I would block the Roberto.
Yeah, I think so too.
This 1 damage.
This Plump is oh god. Do we Village Rites here because we have another Extus on hand?
I think so. Yes, we need the cards.
Yeah.
And, we get some life out of it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay, this is unlucky.
This is not
Predator
great.
And 1 token or 1 short creature was enough.
Yeah.
This is...
Hmm.
Seven manas, 1 short to double spell.
Yeah, I mean, if you play the Extus, we can use Plumb to sacrifice it, then we take 2, gain 2, doesn't help. They will attack with the land, right? Which is a huge problem.
Yeah, I think we are dead, but...
Just trying to figure out what could be a line. We could technically plump here, right? Find a claim. And then maybe work from there with the Predator. But then we have to tap it, which is not good enough. Yeah. I mean... Okay.
That's bad.
That didn't work out.
Okay. Sometimes you draw the wrong half of your deck.
Yeah, and we just draw. This is what we drew.
It's
here,
magic.
Right? Yeah, it's magic. Well, let's go.
I mean, the robot draw the right.
Yeah, it's always like this. I cannot change it. That's on me. That one is on me. When you trash talk that card a lot, then it gets back at you. It gets back at you. Every single time. Every day.
I mean, it's an Eldraine card, so
yeah.
We are used to it.
Yeah, I have 4 of them, but really, honestly, once I will burn them on stream. That will be the day. That will be the day where I burn them on stream. I think since I said that, it got even worse. Yeah. Since I said that, it got worse. They're even more angry.
So now we are on the play, so...
Yep.
It should be fine.
There's a lot of decisions in this deck, and we definitely shouldn't have topped that card there. To give them the extra card to play something, but it would have been really funny if they had a learn card there. So we just actually put it extra on top there, just to figure out if they play a learn in the sideboard. This was a 5-head strategy to get information game too.
And this is what I have to tell about the deck. It's really rewarding you. If you play well, you feel it.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to play. It's not that you can steal any wins in a few turns. You have to think about every of your decisions. Have to do the math, and yeah.
I'm not happy here, but I think we have to keep it.
Yeah, I would keep it. It's not the best hand, but
yeah. But I like the Scorpion here, especially if they have a Fervent Champion here. That's a huge block.
Immersturm is good.
I think we just attack. Cannot block into Roberto. Okay, there's no Frostbite. Eyetwitcher. Yeah, I think it's fine. We like to learn.
Yeah.
And it's Roberto protected. It's also important. I smell a Bone Crusher. There was a stop.
Now you can. Okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
we could discuss if we want to hold Casus open. It's not great, but
yeah, I think they do not want to play the Bone Crusher there, but there was a stop.
Next turn Predator is great.
Yeah. I thought on the play, I kind of wanna. There was the Fervent Champion. I mean, okay, we take that.
1 damage is nothing.
Okay, here, for the mana here, you go more black-sided, I guess, than red-sided.
Yeah. Yes, you have enough red. Now you can decide. But I would play the Predator.
I would also play the Predator here. Kind of want to do pre-combat here. It's a hard one. I think if I do it now, they will definitely kill something. So probably attack first.
Yeah, with only the Eyetwitch, I think.
No. Predator is such a hard card for them to deal with. Obviously, they can have an Acrone War, right? And this is really hard for them, even like with their Frostbites and stuff.
I don't think they have any card other than a Chrome War to beat it.
It's a huge card here.
Predator is also great in blocking creatures with the Embercleave.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm also like, what takes them so long here, right? The question is, they have 100% Embercleave on hand. I mean, what is this 6 card hand in mono red here? That I think is almost clear. I wonder how we plan the next turn here. Any thoughts already? What lines you would go in certain scenarios?
Yeah, you have 2 decisions to take. One is, do you want to hold the Casus Fury open?
Mm-hmm.
And the second is, if not, you can play the Avatar and get some fresh cards.
Yep. No attacks, okay. Cute card, really cute card here.
Now you can claim an avatar again.
Yeah, I think we just take the Magda here.
But you have one thing to consider. They can kill the Predator when everything is gone.
That is true. That's true.
So attack first, then you can get the counters on it.
Okay, let's attack with Eyetwitch and Predator, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you can attack with everything.
You can technically do that, yeah.
If they want to trade, it's nice.
That's a 4/4 Immersturm Predator. It's a lot of damage secured here. So, what would you claim here in this spot? Doesn't matter,
I don't know why opponent is playing Magda, so
yeah.
I just want to claim it to get rid of the tokens.
Yeah, there's the removal spell. There it is.
Yeah.
Sure. Remove your own creature, seems good to me. We like this. Okay, this definitely looks like a sealed deal so far. I mean,
opponent is only 11, so
yeah, attack is lethal.
Need to push more.
Yeah, attack seems already lethal, huh?
Yeah.
Well, okay, that attack is quite sketch. That's that because now they can they can block here without killing the Scorpion, right? Now we definitely have the damage, so it's a bit sketch. Let's attack.
You can. Oh, okay.
Can you just attack and it's GG, right? Because of Castle Fury, right?
This is what I meant before. You have so much ways to get.
Yeah, there's just too many lethals, right?
So I would just slam the avatar before combat and attack with the dragon.
I'm not ready for that lethal yet.
Yeah.
Imagine me playing the land here. That's 5. That is a Castle Fury. It's a good showcase of the one-off land here, I think, as well. So, we take it. Opponent doesn't like this. Yeah, you can read... Opponent is reading the card 2 times, because that could help. Maybe it changes the card. Did not change the card.
Maybe opponent is considering playing the same card.
Yeah,
in his mono red deck.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great game, and yeah, let's check another one. Malkov seems like I feel the Sultai here. This guy has a Sultai name.
Mid range would be great.
Yeah.
So we can drain slow and steady.
That's an interesting hand, huh? It's kind of weak, but the learn makes it better.
It's okay. You have a curve.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And you're gonna draw.
Opponent plays mulligan dot deck. We take it.
Okay, Wynota maybe.
Wynota.
This could be a hard one.
Yeah. Oh no. Wynota doesn't like me either. That's not good. That's an interesting one here.
Yeah, it's great.
Should we just take this one and sacrifice it post combat? Or do we wait for the Babam?
No, you can't.
We can't.
You have nothing to sacrifice now. Oh,
you know what I mean? We have the Scorpion.
You want to sacrifice it by its own.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if we do that. I mean, with the curve, right?
I don't think this early.
Yeah, but
just want to deploy the board.
Okay. This is a pass summoning for the for the big boy. Let's say hi. Imagine they're blocking here. We take it.
And next turn we can decide if we want to awaken the avatar or we want to make more pests.
Yeah.
Okay, Spellbinder's the worst.
That's like, yeah. Well, let's see how they do this here, though. Let's see how they actually do this.
It's the new White Warrior.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, this was not...
That was interesting. I did not expect this to happen. Well, we know what we're gonna do here.
Yeah. Get the red mana and...
Opponent is like, yep, that's not good.
And the avatar now. Great.
That was well, punt. Nice.
This turn 3 was well.
Yeah, solid turn 3.
It was okay.
Decent. Let's destroy to get a haste demon avatar, whatever that thing is. I really like the art of this card, I have to say. It's an expensive Kroxa over here.
Okay.
I just love this because if you play Kroxa, they go like, yeah, well. Yeah, I think we're just gonna Kroxa here. This is just so much damage.
Opponent on 2 or losing the last card.
Yeah. Wow, I respect that. I do respect it, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's GG. So what is the correct lethal here? Trying a Kroxa first? Oh no, we can't, sadly. What is the correct lethal? Killing first?
I think we should Shatterskull Smashing the both Spellbinders.
Yeah, I think the Val is just too great.
You have to show dominance.
Yeah, sometimes you need to do that. Maybe we should have to do it with 3 for showing that. Okay. Well, that was a good one. I think it's around the same here, right? You want to have extra claim and the Crone Wars.
Yes.
Then just cut those. Yep. Sadly, we know that doesn't say like this card doesn't work, but because they don't cost it. That would have been great. That would have been really good. They can never attack and never play Vinota. It's like, play it. I die.
Yeah, I think this is one thing you need in the next set or something, that you have a quick answer for other colors against Vinota.
Yeah. Yeah, Vinota is... Yeah, so we play against Mono Red with Roberta, and the second game is against Vinota, and this happens to me all the time, and I don't know why. And I think my hatred against this is it's coming from somewhere. It's coming from somewhere. And this is... it's always the same, but it's kind of funny. I'm used to it now. I cannot play Vinota, it's impossible. I tried it, and... I remember the day when Crookies went 48-0. And then he wrote me, he's like, bro, I have this deck, you should try it. I played it, 2-7. He's like, you cannot play Vinota. It's like, dude. I cannot do it.
You know, I'm a Sacrifice player by heart.
Yeah.
And I'm always playing this kind of decks if I can. And I chose to play Jund Sacrifice once. And I never could hit any creature with the Collected Company. It was impossible.
Yeah, some have the company problem.
So I played Rakdos.
Yeah, then you don't have to deal with that, right?
Yes.
I think we keep this.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's the Eyetwitch makes this keepable for me. Eyetwitch. Here, Twitch or Scorpion? I feel like it's a Scorpion first.
And if we have the third black mana, I would play Eyetwitch and
yeah, I know what you mean.
But now you can play the Scorpion.
Yeah.
And we have to rework the mana base, I think.
I mean, sometimes the sample size is not that high yet, right? So. Okay, so they have a Bone Crusher next turn.
Yes.
Well, here we go. Double Learn is interesting, huh? So we play Eyetwitch this turn, and next turn we would play this. Or we block with Eyetwitch and play something else. It's an interesting decision. What do you think here?
I think it's too weak.
Yeah.
I just want to have something to
remove,
sacrifice or draw cards or something. Or the Bastion. Bastion would be the best card, I think.
Yeah. Here you would always block because we can actually get a card out of this.
Yeah. We have a turn 3 full mana play.
Yeah. I just don't think they attack though. Oh, that's a... Interesting. Interesting. I kind of like this, to be honest.
You don't need the third red source, so you can just...
yeah, I would actually... Yeah, I think we're gonna do that.
So if they play Waynota, they have not so much trigger.
Yeah.
And Bounty can later save for the Crown War.
Yeah, exactly. I think you block here, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at the...
I mean, it's gain 4 life and draw a card you like.
Yeah.
1 mana.
I think Pest Summoning, it has to be Pest Summoning again here. But a Crown War though? A Crown War with Necrotic Fumes is also really good.
Yeah, I think we want to play the Avatar of the Crown War.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, so we go Fumes. Okay, so... next turn we have to War. We have to War, then we Fumes, but then a Crown War triggers, right? And they get the card back. That's a tough one.
Oh no, you can.
What would you take? So we take Pest Summoning.
I would take the Pest Summoning. Yeah.
That's a close one, definitely. Okay, they missed a land there, which is huge. Huge for us here. Okay. Is it just a Crown War?
Yeah.
I think so.
The turn after, you should have the mana to play the Summoning and the Avatar.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because we have one more black here now. True. Yeah. Correct. Correct line. They're like, I just drew the land, I want to play Winota, but there's nothing. So, pretty sure. What? That is an interesting card. That is an interesting card over there.
It doesn't stop the drain. This is
this is a really interesting one.
But we don't have drain now.
Yeah.
I think you want to play it before combat.
Yep. Doesn't matter too much. I think we just go. I mean, we have to go red here. Never mind.
You have to go red and next turn black because we want next turn.
Kroxa.
I think we have. Yeah, I think we can Kroxa next turn twice then.
What a card. It blocks the damage twice, but it's still fine. That's an That's the card we did not see coming here.
Also this.
That's a bigger one.
How much cards?
We can Kroxa twice. Yeah. Kroxa, what a card. This one will not. This is 3 damage if they discard a land. Or they lose 3 life, it's not damage. So this one works. 6 toughness here, actually huge. They can get a lot of life with the Kenrith at one point, so... What is this card? Interesting.
This was the Winota target before the double strike guy.
Yeah. Well, 2 damage is 2 damage.
Sure.
Kenrith is definitely not a weak card here.
Wow,
yikes.
and we played it at the right time.
That's a yikes. We definitely attack with Kroxa here.
Kroxa will die if they double.
Yeah, but if we need to get rid of Kenrith, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I think we don't attack with this one though, but this double block is way worse here. So just Kroxa, I would say.
Yeah.
We still do more damage than they can heal, so we take the double block any day. I mean, this just evens it out. I like this with the Eyetwitch, to be honest.
I like the Woe Strider too. Yes, we can play it with the
Eyetwitch, sacrifice it. Exactly, yeah, exactly. I kind of like that. There's even a world where we can get rid of this if you want to, but I like the exile on the Kenrith there. Kenrith is oof, a big boy card, but luckily only an attack. They cannot get life here, which is huge. So we can calculate the lethal if they start to attack here.
You make 5 damage only with attacking.
Yeah. I mean, attacking is 5. With Eyetwitch, we would have nothing more. Yeah, I mean, this has to be this. We need to get rid of Kenrith now, especially since they cannot get the life. So,
yeah.
Yep, it's better to do this now.
Yes.
And it works perfectly because we're on 1 extra mana for this one. Learn mechanic. Okay, that's a good finisher.
Question. Great.
Target creature, planeswalker, exile creature. Yeah, we pay this, I would say. And we can attack with both, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So there has to be some disadvantaged blocks. Well, opponent is also not the best, we're not the player, I mean, but we really managed to deal with the creatures on board, so. Nice game again, super cool, enjoyed it a lot, and yeah, thanks for watching the games. Okay, yeah, we had some great games here with this deck. I have to say, I enjoyed this a lot. There's so many lines with this deck, as we saw in the games we played. Decisions over decisions, little math there, little ping there, little damage there. But the card that really impressed me big time here was Awaken the Blood Avatar. Turn 3, we managed to literally change the entire board state with this card. absolutely crazy. I did not expect this. What did you think about the games?
Yeah, I think this is a card you oversee. I mean, in the game against Mono White, they took out another card and got crushed by this because they don't expected this
Yeah,
gonna happen with them. And yeah, I think it's a great card. You have to use it wisely. You have to do your math, even with the spell cost.
Yep.
But if you play it correct, it rewards you.
Yeah, I have to say this card impressed me really a lot, and I kind of want to fiddle with this card now a bit, but this seems like the best shell for it. But yeah, a really great card. We couldn't really do the plump things because we didn't find like this long, drainy, pingy game, but sometimes you get what you get on the ladder. Mono White and Winota still more aggressive decks, and Claim the Firstborn main is definitely something you like to have against those decks. I'm also impressed by the Learn. I'm also big impressed by Learn here to getting those pest summoning in all the time, and yeah, I think it's a great deck. So if you could change 1 or 2 cards, what would you change?
First of all, I think the mascot exhibition is a little bit too cute in the sideboard, so yeah, you maybe want one more real sideboard card against certain matchups, or you just take one pest summoning more. And in the main deck, I'm not sure. I have to test it in the next days. Maybe I want the Forbidden Friendship swapped with the Witch. Sedgemoor Witch.
The 3-mana one, yeah.
Because Sedgemoor Witch and Plumb of the Forbidden is such a great combo.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you get all your tokens back and one more.
Yeah.
When you cast it, so it's great. Maybe too cute, and I mean, maybe you want to have the turn 2 play with the Forbidden Friendship, but I mean, it's as I said before, it's a living list, and we have so much things to try now. So this is maybe one.
Yeah, really interesting point. And the Witch also works with like Village Rites, Claim, really cheap. It is a Magecraft card, so always really nice. Obviously, there are all the cons turn 3, but I can see this card in this list for sure. But yeah, super great to have you here. Thanks a lot again. And yeah, any last words you want to say to the audience?
First of all, thank you that you are doing this with me. It's great to have such opportunity. And second, guys, people, just do the math and have fun.
Yeah, and with that, thanks to you, Ubelster, aka Florian Klein, aka Carnage Gaming member. Definitely check him out. We have the links in the description below and in the guide. And yeah, thanks for having you here, and have fun with the deck.